Saying miracle, that's big chill. Give you zero, no good. That's a board wipe, no refill. We absolute, that's overkill. That destiny, you adopted that. I'm a hero. All right, Yugi peoples, we are here today with who?
Christian Greathouse.
Oh yeah, this man right here, he won the case tournament for the Primal Cars and Collectibles Grand Opening. How easy was it for you, man?
It was actually relatively difficult, especially in top 8. Had to play out a lot of difficult situations, especially in top 8. But I mean, the guy kind of threw the game, so.
So you were able to get it in the end.
Yeah,
but you've been on this deck for a while though, huh?
Yeah, man. Kashtira is something I've been playtesting with since even before the support came out physically.
Yeah, and you've won, like, man, you got a lot of wins with this deck, don't you?
Yeah, I've definitely made my investment back on this, man.
Yeah.
It's a blessing that, I have people around me that will help me out with cards and stuff, so I'm appreciative.
Okay, any shout outs before we get started?
Well, shout out to the man behind the camera, Tim Scott. That guy's the OG. Shout out to all the locals I go to in DFW, man. It's fantastic, this place around here. Shout out to Vincent and Vu, the big sponsors.
Oh yeah, okay.
Team Legendary, and then shout out to Brian over there. Man, helped me go to a lot of tournaments, and he's a good friend.
Okay.
And then shout out to Jonathan as well.
All right, that's what's up, man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the deck profile.
Sure. Very simple. 3 unicorn, 3 Fenrir, 1 card started the deck. Best card in the deck. Extenders. I didn't play tier cash, felt no need to. All you need is 1 of this. I was a big proponent on tier cash for a while, but then later on in the format, it just kind of became irrelevant because not a lot of decks were really playing into it, nor not eating cards to get milled or whatever, when it wasn't like hurting them. This card you just still need to play it because of the 5 zone lock combo.
Have you been using that a lot?
I used it once, and it was in Swiss. Other than that, it's just not correct anymore.
Right. So base when you play, are you just doing a Rise Heart Pass thing?
Going for the 3 zone lock combo now. I think that's the best thing to do. But if you got to put your opponent on better have nib sometimes.
I got you.
Speaking of which, I play 2 nib, 3 ash, and 3 imperm. Only hand traps I played. Nib was a last minute decision. Used to be 3 ash, 3 gamma, driver, and 3 imperm, but nib was pretty nice. I nibbed my top 8 opponent because he overextended, and then he died because I top decked unicorn.
So I was gonna ask that, man, because a lot of Kashtira players don't play nib because when you have the nib out there, you can't special summon your Kashtira monster. Mm-hmm. Has that ever been like a thing that kind of messed you up?
Not really, no. If anything, you can always put the token in attack position if its attack is not high enough, and then just crash your nib into it, and then start playing on main phase 2.
Okay.
Or you can just open birth or just like, I haven't said I open birthed a lot, but I have just been setting myself up to try to get it back as much as I can. So
right.
That's always a good thing. But yeah, this plus this won me my finals match against Dragon Lake. So I'm
okay, I got you.
And then on to the spells. 3 planet, best card in the deck. Terraforming. 3 Theosis, best extender. 3 birth. The card's just crazy overall. Might get hit. I don't know.
It does need to get hit.
Yeah,
even reborn from banish and everything.
Yeah, whenever I side out, I guess I always like to side out at least one of these, each of these, because then you'll start bricking on them. Mm-hmm. It's going second, I side out 1 and 1. And then going first, I keep these 3 in and take out 1. Because you want to see this card along with like another Kashtira monster all the time, so you can extend into your combos.
Right.
But whenever you have multiples of these, it doesn't do any good.
Right.
So I'm always taking at least one of these cards out, so it's just a free slot.
I got you.
3 Prosperity, the best pot, that's probably going to get hit, unfortunately.
Because of this deck? Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. No
this
desires?
No desires this time.
No desires?
No desires this time. Desires doesn't have a purpose without Gamma in the deck, so you can punish people who try to ash your desires.
Okay, I got you.
And then 3 Moon, 2 Econ. Econ also is a last minute decision. This used to be, the slot for Gamma and his friend.
Mm-hmm. You like the Econ a lot better?
I thought about playing it only just because there was somebody main decking the Raw Disciple lock, so I can distribute it off, take their stuff, so I can continue playing. But I never played him. This guy did something in finals, but it did nothing at the same time. I would have not have missed it.
Yeah.
And then 2 talents and a thrust. Drawing talents thrust is insane. Maybe I'll up this card whenever next format rolls around, and then probably do like 2 thrusts, 1 talent, and then a Herald of the Abyss. But other than that, I think this is fine. Thrust being able to search you cards like Imperm, Hot, stuff of that nature is pretty nice.
Have you ever used it to set a D barrier when your opponent just hit? No?
No, I don't play D-barrier.
Oh, no D barrier off in there? Okay.
Then there's that, and then here's a couple other cool cards. The one Big Bang, because you have to play it. And then I main deck the evenly matches because I felt like this card was great going second. There was a couple Labyrinth players I didn't want to encounter, and didn't draw it versus them, but I ended up winning the match anyways. This card I was able to search off a thrust and then go evenly, and then end up clearing the whole board, so it ended up working out.
Ah, okay.
Main deck count is 41.
Would you change anything about the main deck?
Maybe play a different card than Econ, and maybe Lance, but not really, no.
Oh, yeah.
Extra deck, 3 of the best card in the game. He's probably might get hit, I don't know, probably not. But he's just a walking macro that's a Dryden at the same time, and we all know Tim knows about Dryden very well.
Man. Oh, yeah. I'm mad they banned the Dryden, man.
So,
yeah, I like that card. Like, he's a combination. Like, I always be telling, like, when I do my hero deck, I say he's a combination between Dark Law and DPE. It's, like, crazy. It's, like, 2 cards in one.
There was a couple times where, he almost lost me the game because he's a mandatory effect to continuously attach and attach and attach.
Right.
So a talent will just come and take him, and then I have no choice but to book him face down.
Right.
But it's all good. Then my 2 outs, because I play a lot in the mirror match. You need to play 2 Shangri-La for the 5 zone lock. Maybe if I just wanted to play 1, I probably could have got away with it, but I play mirror matches, so you have to play 2, otherwise I'll just rip it. Same thing with Zeus. I mean, I never summoned him more than once. Well, actually, against Labyrinth, I ended up summoning it with 1 material and then stacked another one on top of it and attacked. Once again, Tim knows all about what Zeus can do.
Yes. Love Zoo.
The 1-ofs, Diablosis, guy who's probably going to get banned, or everybody wants to get banned. He okay. Dark Armor, Dragon Annihilation, great removal. He also helps extend the deck because you can banish Theosis out of graveyard and then grab back a Kashtira card off of Theosis. Draco Sack because Labyrinth and Skill Drain and Floodgates and stuff of that nature, so you have to play this card.
What? I don't think I've seen anybody playing this card.
Yeah, it's just because it's under Skill Drain, you can distribute it and it'll still resolve the effect.
Oh shoot, nice.
You never use the effect of summon tokens.
Right. That's
and then Ojo Grande, Big Eye. I mean, the 1 is fine. A lot of people like this could probably be 2 Big Eye, but it never came up the second one. If they just ripped it out of my extra deck, that means they left a whole bunch of other stuff in my extra deck that I can play with next turn.
I got you.
So it's always just been bait. And then my prosperity targets. I chose to play the Wagon over the Skull Knight or Natissus because this card can be really good in the long grind game because you just banish and pop a Spoiler Trap. My deck was kind of oriented to try to beat a lot of back row because that would be my weakest matchup. So I took it how it was. This card's good against Runic because you need to use 2 cards in order to out the card that you have under it, which is the Rise Art. And then drawing cards is always good.
Right. So did you end up playing against a bunch of back row decks?
I played against Trap Tricks and I played against Labyrinth.
Yeah.
And then 1 Omega, he's just a remnant of what's left over from the Gamma package. But but his graveyard effect is still relevant because you can banish it, target a card, or you can target a card in your opponent's graveyard and put him and the card back into wherever it goes.
Okay. So what you take that out eventually since you're not running Gamma anymore, or just leave it in there?
I mean, he was cool. He was just another prosperity target, nothing too crazy.
Okay.
15 card extra deck. And then for the side, 3 Drone Lockbird. We don't like Mirror Match. We don't like Dragon Link, and we don't like people who like to search away.
Right. Like you playing Kashtira, you do the same thing.
I just said the mirror match. 2 Cosmic, 1 Duster. I like Duster a lot because you can search off a thrust. And then these 2 just against the Runic matchup, and then interactivity versus floodgates and stuff like that. They can flip it up, and then I can go after another card that's relevant to them. 3 Dark World No More. For Sprite, Dragon Link. Dragoon, because this deck does have a hard time dealing with Dragoon. The only way you deal with Dragoon in this deck is if you like have Fenrir plus Scareclaw, and they weren't letting you get to Scareclaw anyways, so this card's still pretty good. And then for my going first cards, I play 6, 3 Match Deflector, and then 1 a pointer and 2 Light Force Sword.
2 Light Force Swords? Mm-hmm. Why the Light Force Sword?
So Light Force Sword, I mean, if you know what it does, then it's pretty good in Kashtira when you have the full board. So you activate it, you banish 1 card out of their hand randomly, face down, and then when it's banished face down, it triggers both Ori's Heart and Shangri-La to start locking up zones in.
Okay. Nice.
And then a pointer, you look at somebody's hand. This is just Trap Dust Shoot, but better.
And the Magic Reflector?
Yep,
Deflector?
Magic Deflector. So what this card does is negate everything but ritual spells and normal spells, which I mean is okay, but it also stops a lot of cards that hurt the deck. So Book of Moons, Book of Eclipses, Forbidden Chalice, Forbidden Lance, and different other matchups too, like in, we'll say, Branded, you stop Branded in red, you stop Super Poly if you want to flip it preemptively, and you also stop Branded Loss, which is pretty good. This also stops field spells as well. So stop the Kashtira field spell, planet, all the other planets pretty much, Union Hanger, stuff of that nature. And it also stops like other random cards too, like equip spells.
Okay. And you like that better than Anti-Spell?
For sure, because it's an interactive card.
Okay.
And you want them to use as many things as they can, and then once you flip it up, then they have to either use it there or they'll lose it.
Okay, I got you.
And that's it.
Yep. Did you change anything about the extra deck?
Well, my extra
not your extra deck, your side deck. Yep.
No, I think this is the way to go moving forward. Maybe if I wanted to, maybe cut Duster and play another one of these. But I think it's overkill. But the 6 going first cards is pretty good.
Okay.
Because these just deal with a lot of matchups, and hand looping your opponent is pretty good.
All right. So going into the next format, if they don't hit Kashtira on the ban list, do you think you're going to use that to compete against Super Heavy Samurai and Pearlies?
If they don't hit it, then yeah, it kind of forces you to, because then you'll have to play other cards in your extra deck. You'll have to. Because I feel like deck building becomes completely different when Super Heavy Samurai is in the format, because a lot of people who are probably going to play Super Heavy Samurai are going to get off this deck and then start playing Super Heavy Samurai, so the extra deck will start being different. The main deck will probably have to be different because you have the main deck Droll and Ghost Ogre to stop the Pearly matchup and the Super Heavy Samurai matchup, and then you probably, like I said earlier, you probably have to play like multiple copies of Thrust and then like a card called Herald of Abyss to out the Pearly Neor.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, yeah, you excited about the format changing?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Earlier today, I was literally just testing with Brian, and we've been working on trying to beat each other.
Oh yeah,
Droll's pretty strong
against both decks, huh? Yeah, that's what's up.
Just be ready for Droll.
Yeah, what do you think you would run Crossout Designator to go ahead and hit that Droll? Or
well, if I play Super Heavy Samurai, I can't play Crossout Designator.
Oh really?
Because they can't play spell trap cards.
Oh okay.
In this deck, I mean, I don't really care if I get Droll. I can still play if I just play around it with like summon Unicorn, search Theosis, and then get Droll and then go Theosis target.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, it's definitely still there. It's just all depending on what happens to this deck.
Okay, I got you. All right, man. Any final thoughts or anything before we
Nah. Too bad the top 8 player misplayed and lost his chance.
Yeah.
You can ask anybody around. He should have won that match. And I was sitting there sweating like that meme. But we ended up prevailing, and then top 4 and finals was just what it was. Played against good people. You were there in top 4, but you didn't play me. You lost to Robert. So.
Yeah. No, I actually lost to Creighton.
You lost to Creighton, then you lost to Robert.
Then I lost to Robert in the third and fourth playoff
in the pity
match.
Yeah,
in the pity match.
But you won because you pulled a thrust. So don't be mad about
that is kind of a. Did you pull anything out of your packs? Nothing at all. You didn't get the thrust, the other thrust? No. So was it worth
Creighton
it?
got the other goddamn thrust. But yeah, I pulled like $60 of value out of my 4 boxes.
Dang, that's crazy. So when you cause you won a regional with this deck too, right?
Huh?
You like topped the regional with this deck too?
Oh yeah, I topped the regional when I was playing 2 different planets in a set rotation.
Oh, what? Why was you doing it like that?
Because I like searching cards.
Oh, okay.
Getting to names was really important during that time.
But why did you decide to switch it out?
He likes getting trolled.
Oh, was that what it is?
I don't like getting drolled.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
when Droll reemerged himself, I had to think about my life decisions.
Oh, okay, I got you. I just one more question about the Light Force Sword. Like when you activate it, are people like, what the fuck is that?
I only activated it one time.
Oh,
I did
only one
5 zones. I did like end up zone locking almost all his zones. But one time I equipped it onto a Rise Heart. And then my opponent was like, what is this card? Why are you playing it?
Yeah.
And then he read it. He was like, oh, I hate you.
Yeah, that's an old card, man. Nobody knows what that is. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh! The TV show. You said what?
Those kids from Mexico.
I'm the one that told them about it. Because they saw it in that little box. And I was like, they're asking me about it. And I was like, yeah, this card's pretty
How
decent.
did they find it within a day? Because they all played it in their
Because
side house.
Epic.
Oh.
You know, Epic has a lot of cards.
So everybody was up there Light Force Sword each other?
Oh, it was just the Mexican.
You can pick up your own Primal cards and games.
Oh, okay.
He does have super rares. Hey, he has super rares. He might.
How much are the super rares, Die?
Come to the store and find out.
Come to the store and find out.
Yeah, shout out to Primal cards and games too.
Yeah, Die.
And collectibles. Primal cards and collectibles. It's
All right.
fantastic shop.
Greathouse has been winning all the tournaments.
Yep. Oh, shoot, yeah. That's right. You won their first 2 tournaments, right?
Oh yeah,
Man, this man is just killing it,
the
man.
soft opening and then the grand opening, but today was just a chill day.
Yeah, I think you would be like kind of upset to see the format go away because you didn't have so much success this format, huh?
I'm indifferent towards it, man. Yu-Gi-Oh is a game that comes and goes. And
Right.
It's just like life, you know. Everything comes and goes. So
Yeah.
you got to be appreciative of what you got now, and then look forward into the future.
I got you. All right, well, man, appreciate you for doing the deck profile, man, and much luck to you in the future.
All right, thank you, boss.
No.
Man, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he's shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. Be on top now. Here's a look at our world.